In this podcast episode with Dr. Jeffrey Goldberg, a renowned ophthalmologist and researcher, the evolving landscape of eye health, vision restoration, and emerging technologies was explored in depth. The podcast delved into the anatomy and physiology of the eye, the cutting-edge treatments on the horizon for common and devastating eye diseases, and novel strategies to enhance not just normal, but supranormal vision. Dr. Goldberg's expertise provided clarity on the current state of ophthalmic science and a hopeful perspective on the near future of vision care. The discussion opened with a fundamental overview of the eye's anatomy to establish a foundation for the more complex topics that followed. Dr. Goldberg described how light enters the eye through the cornea and pupil, passes the aging lens that loses flexibility with time, leading to presbyopia, travels through the vitreous gel, and finally strikes the retina. The retina's rods and cones translate light into electrical signals that travel via retinal ganglion cells along the optic nerve to the brain. This detailed yet accessible breakdown illustrated how vision functions and where age-related changes, such as lens stiffening, can impair near vision, commonly experienced around age 40. Presbyopia, the age-related difficulty in focusing on close objects, was highlighted as a universal issue, with readers, magnifying glasses, the standard solution. Dr. Goldberg conveyed that while reading glasses don't cause worsening of vision, psychological dependence often develops as people appreciate the clearer vision they afford. This subtle distinction emphasized the natural progression of lens stiffening rather than glasses' accelerating decline. A major theme was the shifting paradigm in ophthalmology from merely preventing vision loss to actively restoring vision. Historically, glaucoma, a leading cause of irreversible blindness worldwide, has been managed conservatively, aiming to slow the disease since lost vision could not be regained. Dr. Goldberg expressed excitement that this belief is on the verge of transformation due to advances in multiple fields such as molecular therapies, stem cell research, and neuroplasticity. Specifically, in glaucoma, the degeneration of retinal ganglion cells and the optic nerve has posed significant therapeutic challenges. Yet promising developments in stem cell therapies could soon allow transplantation of retinal ganglion cells grown in the lab. Although not ready for widespread clinical use, ongoing animal studies and early human trials suggest that functional restoration, once thought impossible, might soon be achievable. This extends beyond glaucoma to other neurodegenerative diseases of the eye and brain, sparking hope for broader cognitive restoration therapies in conditions like Alzheimer's. Dr. Goldberg introduced a fascinating discussion about training and augmenting vision to achieve supranormal performance, a concept highly relevant to athletes but also accessible to the general public. Vision, commonly measured as 20/20, is only an average baseline. Many professional athletes exhibit vision beyond this standard, such as 20/12 vision, meaning they can see details at 20 feet that most people can only see at 12 feet. One intriguing approach involves using specialized goggles that intentionally reduce the frame rate of visual input during training. By intermittently blocking portions of visual data, athletes can practice under more challenging conditions, enhancing their reflexes and hand-eye coordination so that returning to normal vision settings yields performance gains. This training exploits the refresh rate of cones in the retina and pushes the vision system beyond its routine capacity through repetition and adaptation. The conversation acknowledged the growing interest in visual education methods that are not surgical or pharmacological, but involve perceptual training exercises designed to strengthen the eye's focusing abilities and the brain's processing of visual stimuli. Although most of these approaches are still being studied, early anecdotal and clinical trial results suggest benefits, particularly if coupled with active motor responses rather than passive viewing. The podcast further explored cutting-edge therapeutics, such as newly FDA-approved eye drops containing pilocarpine, which constrict the pupil to a smaller diameter, essentially creating a pinhole effect that can improve near and distance vision by correcting refractive errors temporarily. This non-invasive treatment offers a new alternative for managing presbyopia without the need for reading glasses. Additionally, the role of specific wavelengths of light, red and violet, in vision health was discussed, particularly in young people with myopia, nearsightedness. Emerging data suggests that brief daily exposure to red or violet light may slow the progression of myopia, a global public health concern. This effect is thought to be related to mitochondrial health, emphasizing mitochondria's central role not just as cellular powerhouses, but also as complex signaling hubs critical for retinal and neurological function. On the neurostimulation front, devices emitting patterned light to the retina, such as those producing gamma waves, were brought up, an approach currently being investigated for its potential to influence brain activity and possibly counteract neurodegenerative processes like beta amyloid accumulation seen in Alzheimer's disease. Such interventions highlight the intimate connection between the eye and the brain as a neural outpost and a promising pathway to modulate brain health non-invasively. Dr. Goldberg shared captivating insights into the role of the immune system in eye diseases like glaucoma. Research reveals that neurodegeneration in the eye is substantially influenced by the innate immune response, which may react abnormally in susceptible individuals. Mouse models demonstrated that germ-free environments without typical gut bacteria prevented optic nerve degeneration despite raised eye pressures, underscoring a surprising link between the microbiome, systemic immunity, and eye health. This connection is part of a broader dialogue about the brain-gut immune axis, with the microbiome exerting effects on neural and systemic inflammation, potentially influencing diseases including neurodegeneration and depression. The promise of modulating the microbiome therapeutically, including the futuristic prospect of precisely designed poop pills, may lead to breakthroughs in preventing or mitigating cognitive and visual decline. Throughout the conversation, Dr. Goldberg emphasized the importance of regular eye examinations, particularly for those with family histories of eye diseases and for patients with systemic conditions like diabetes that affect vision. He highlighted straightforward yet effective preventative measures such as UV protection with sunglasses and eye protection during high-risk activities. In managing dry eye syndrome, prevalent among aging populations, the utility of preservative-free artificial tears and more advanced treatments like serum tears derived from a patient's own blood were discussed for severe cases involving ocular surface damage. This represents a practical therapy bridging everyday symptom management with biologically informed interventions. The dialogue closed on a hopeful note about the future of eye health science. Dr. Goldberg underscored that the next 5 years promise groundbreaking advances in not just slowing but reversing vision loss through regenerative medicine, plasticity enhancement, and integrated therapies targeting cellular metabolism, immunity, and the nervous system. He encouraged participation in clinical trials as a vital step for patients to access experimental treatments and to collectively accelerate discovery in eye care.